Hey guys, and welcome to a new video of Linux Art. And in this video I want to present you a very cool new screenshot tool we have in the Linux world. And I'm speaking not about Flameshot. Flameshot is a great tool indeed. You can very easily just create a screenshot and then you can edit the screenshot. But now there is a cool new kid in the block, and this is called Gradia. You could create very nice screenshots with it and you can edit it a lot. But what you can also do is, for example, you can do a very easy OCR extraction, so you can analyze text out of it. And yeah, it just has a very nice workflow, and it's kind of easier to use than compared to Flameshot. And I would say we wanna try this out. You can install Gradia very easily when you go to the software manager and then we search for Gradia. There we have it. It is only available as a Flatpak or as a snap package. I hope there will be some system packages around in the few years, but for now, you have to install the Flatpak. So I just launched Gradia here. At the beginning, it asks us where our screenshot folder is. And we can do this by opening the preferences, and then we go to recent directory. And here I choose the pictures folder and I hit select here. And there we are. Now we have our screenshot folder. Of course, you could also define another screenshot folder, but that's fine for now. Okay, that is it for the preferences. We will have a closer look later to the screenshot shortcut. But for now, we close this preferences again. And here we see the image preview, because when you already did some screenshots with the, for example, Linux Mint tool, I just really quickly show you how to do screenshots with Linux Mint. You can just press Shift Print, and then you can just select an area of the screen you want to screenshot, and there you have it. You can just copy it to the clipboard, or you can save it to the pictures. For example, if I save it to the pictures and I go to Gradia, it doesn't reload quickly. So what we could do, we just could close it, to be honest, and we could just open it again. So I right click Gradia here and hit add to panel. There we are. And when we open it up again, then we see our screenshot. Not the best workflow, but of course Gradia can do screenshots itself. Of course, you can do everything with Gradia. You don't have to use this Linux Mint screenshot tool. So when we want to do a screenshot by ourselves, for example, I open up just website of me, and then we go to Gradia and we can say, take a screenshot. And there it does a screenshot very quickly. And there we have it, screenshot captured. And now we can edit it. And there are many very easy tools we can just very easily apply. For example, a pencil. We can draw in some things here. We could also, of course, apply the thickness or change the thickness. We could also do it a bit smaller. We could also, of course, type in some text. Nice. And it also has a background by itself, usually, so this is fine. And if you want to move it around, you could just go to the select tool here, to the very left top tool here, and then you can drag and drop the elements you have created around the screenshot. So this is also a very cool thing, and Flameshot isn't able to do it. Also, if you want to delete an element, you just select it here with this select tool and you hit the delete key. Or you can just, when you select something, hit this erase tool here on the bottom. Of course, you could also change the color size, and you could change the background, for example. Of course, we could draw some lines, so that's also sometimes helpful. I guess the arrow tool is very similar, so you could just drag an arrow, you could select it and you could make it smaller, for example. The same for the rectangle. So if I do a rectangle here, then we see normally it just erases everything kind of, because it has a full setting, but we could go to the select tool, select it again. We go to the full tool and we, for example, make it transparent. And then we just have the border here drawn, and you could also change the color of the border to red, for example. and make it a bit smaller, and then yeah, you have it. A circle or oval is very similar, of course. Highlighter is quite nice, so we could just highlight some text like you want to do it maybe. That's very easy. You could also just press Ctrl+C or this undo button here, very useful. And what's also very nice, if you want to censor something, you could, for example, just drag and drop a square around the text you want to censor. So this is also very, very nice and very handy to do that. There's another tool, Flameshot has it as well, to be honest. This is the number tool. Here you could very easily apply different numbers. So at first you want to do this, at second you want to do this, third you want to do this, for example. That's it for the annotation tools. You could also, which is very cool, change a background, or you could apply a background, for example, like the solid one. Then you just created a border around the screenshot. And you could also go to the image options here, and you could select the padding, how much the padding should be applied here, how much the corner radius, for example, of the screenshot should be applied here. That's very nice. The aspect ratio you could define, how much shadow it should generate, and auto balance could be also on, just to give you the right balance of this photo here. And in the end, you could just save the file, and we could go, for example, to the pictures folder, and here could just save it, and that's it. Very nice. But there are more things I want to show you, and this is the text recognition. So there are other tools like Frog, for example. You can do that either. But for example, if I want to OCR this wall of text here, you could very easily just go to the crop tool, which I recommend you just cropping the image beforehand. So like this, for example. That looks great. There we are. And then I hit confirm. And then we could choose the text extraction tool, because this is very important that you kind of focus the text extraction where it should extract the text. Then it gets better. So we open up the text extraction tool, and at the beginning we have, of course, to select our language. In our case, we take English. That's very easy. Nice, downloaded English successfully. We close it, and then we see the text extracted. I guess it looks quite right, especially when you focus the text you want to extract, then it's very good, to be honest. And Pop OS that it didn't recognize, but the rest looks great. Very nice. Okay, so this is for the text extraction, also a very cool feature here in Gradia. There is one more thing I want to show you. So we go to the main menu here, and we go to the preferences, and here in the preferences we could select a screenshot shortcut. I open that one up, and now we have to create a screenshot shortcut for ourselves. So I go to the menu and I open up the keyboard settings. Here we have it. And then I go to shortcuts, and there under custom shortcuts, we can create our very own custom shortcuts. I add custom shortcut here, and as a name, I just give it Gradia, for example, and then we can paste the command. There are two commands which Gradia recommends you. For example, an interactive screenshot, so you could select an area to screenshot. This is very nice. I really like that, to be honest. Or you could just choose the screenshot full thing. To be honest, in my tests, this interactive screenshot didn't work. It just did a full screenshot. Maybe it is about we are still at X11 here, or there is an error with this version right now. I hope the second one. So I just copy this command to the clipboard. We go to the add custom shortcut window. I paste this command in here, and then we hit add. And then if we go to the keyboard settings back, here we see the key bindings. I double click it, and then you can, for example, do Control Print if you want. Okay, there is already a screenshot assigned with, so I don't want to continue this operation. What I personally want to do is a Super S, or the Windows key and S. So this is my favorite one. So it only, for Linux Mint, it's only here for show deskclads. I guess no one wants it of us. And we can just apply it. I hit yes here, And that's it. Now, if you press Windows S for screenshot, you could do a screenshot very quickly. And there we have this Gradia tool inside Gradia. And there we have it. As you saw it, if there were not any interactive mode, I hope it is only the current version of Gradia, and I hope they fix it very, very soon, that this interactive mode will work again. And now we could just crop the image here and run our text recognition here if we want, maybe. But also we could just annotate everything how we wanted to do. So this is nice. Okay, how do you like the Gradia tool? Just write it into the comments. I personally think it's a great screenshot tool. Here and there are a bit more polishing things to do, to be honest. But in other ways, it is already a bit easier than Flameshot. So I hope Gradia will be even better in the future. And I guess with this, we will have a pretty nice new Linux screenshot tool. I would say Gradia has a great base to build up on. And yeah, what is your opinion about this new tool? Will you stick to Flameshot, or are you not even using Flameshot or Gradia, or just using the default Linux Mint screenshot tool? And to be honest, it's not bad. Just write it me into the comments. I would be very curious about that. And yeah, for now, I thank you very much for watching this video. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.